So me and the wife are sitting on the bed. We're doing some cleaning. My cat is over there tearing up some bags, and I want to talk about Stranger Things. Look at these allergies are kicking my ass. But how did you feel about the first episode of Stranger Things that we watched last night, babe?
It was what I expected.
Was it what you expected?
In terms of, I figured there was going to be some scenes that were really adorable and some scenes that were absolutely insane.
Yeah, I want to talk about the things that were like, what I'm saying, were like that. You know what I'm saying, as far as what you were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I like that it didn't start off. Well, it started off very violent, and we'll get back to that.
Yeah.
But I like how after that initial violence, it wasn't focused on any monster showing. You know what I mean? It was more focused on like getting us acquainted with new characters as well as characters that we have seen before that we are accustomed to seeing. Um, the stars of the show, if you will. Uh, but yeah, I liked it. You know, everyone's in their own heads. You know what I mean? Everyone's in their own head dealing with their own stuff. It was pretty cool when we seen that recap of season three. It really got
Yeah.
me into, especially what I'm saying, the music behind what we were seeing. Um, I was like, oh shit, yeah, that's right. Um, what's that one guy's name? He died.
Billy?
Billy, yeah, Billy and his sister
Max.
Max. Is her name Max?
Yeah.
So her brother's name was Billy.
Yeah.
You just knew that right off the top of your head like that?
Yes.
Huh. Yeah, I was like, at first when we got reacquainted with Max, I was like, why is she all acting like this? She's all perturbed and like distant and But I was like, oh yeah, that's right. Her brother died. You had to tell me that.
Yeah, and
Her
she
brother
didn't
got.
exactly have great parents.
Her brother died killing the mind flare, or
Well, he was
sacrificing himself so his sister could
yeah.
run to safety. Um, but yeah, what I really wanted to get to was that actual opening,
First scene.
that first scene where all the kids are being tested like, like 11 or L, and we're like, all right, this is how it started. These people have special abilities, special powers, and then something happens to where all these the security guards in the facility are murdered, the kids are murdered, and their bodies are like twisted up in just horrifying ways, just bad ways to die. Like everyone's body is just twisted up, and there's just blood everywhere. Really violent. I had to tell when I was talking to my wife about it, I was like, this is not a kid's show. Like
No.
this the main characters are kids, but this is not a kid's show by any stretch of the imagination.
No.
So and you were saying that it's geared more towards people that are between the ages of what? You said seven. I said 17, and you said
I said like 20 to like our parents' age.
Yeah.
So
20
like
to
20
like
to 40.
40.
Because if you're 20 now, you were
Well, your
like
parents are older
14,
than 40, but yeah.
like 14 when this shit came out, which is roughly, I think, the ages of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
A little bit older.
I hear you. So my point, as far as talking about that was, the violence that happened. The bodies were like, the guards and the kids that were being tested on. Their death was gruesome. Like their bodies were twisted up and all that. And we're speed up to the last bit of that first episode. We see that the monster, the big baddie, is basically like a Squidward. He's like a Squidward meets Freddy Krueger. He attacks people in their dreams, or their thoughts.
Creepy.
Their thoughts, I should say, because they're awake when they're being basically attacked by his psycho powers. You know what I'm saying? Like some M Bison type shit. But like, eventually he gets a hold of this girl. It seems like he's had a hold of her the whole show. She's having these traumatic,
Episode,
yeah, schizophrenic episodes.
She was pregnant and seeing.
And I was noticing her hands were twitching and stuff. I was like, oh man, that's like some shit right there. And then she was seeing stuff in the bathroom. I mean, I'm pretty sure if you guys have seen Stranger Things by now. Some of you probably already watched the whole damn show, but we're digesting it slower than that, just to appreciate it more. But yeah, you know, she's attacked mentally by Squidward, and what? What he did look like?
I know.
He
It's
did
just
look like Squidward.
it's funny.
He looked
I
like
think
an evil
it's
Squidward.
funny. I think it's funny.
He looked like an evil Squidward, and then he said some shit, and he's like, "Let me free your mind," and then he like
Yeah.
touches her head, and then like
She like
in the
levitated.
real world, she levitates. She gets basically thrown up top of the ceiling, and her arms and legs are spread out, and then they start bending in ways they shouldn't bend, and she dies a rather gruesome death, and she dies just like the bodyguards and the kids did in that laboratory. Same way, body twisted up. And also in that beginning, we see that Elle is the only one that survived that, and we're led to believe that she's responsible completely. But my point is, I don't think she was responsible for that, because as we see later on in that episode, Squidward is the one that took control of this girl's body and made her just, killed her in a very gruesome way, bending her appendages and all that. So I'm thinking that Squidward guy got into the mind of Elle and made her kill all the other gifted kids and the bodyguards. So I think that's the theory I'm going with. And also, I think the evil Squidward guy who can control minds, I think he's gonna attack Max. I think he's gonna attack Max because I seen if I'm correct, I think I seen a commercial where she was levitating, and the kids were her friends were looking at her like, "What the hell is going on?" So I think she's gonna be attacked, and and the group is like spread out between are they all in the same state?
I don't think so. I think
Damn allergies.
11 and Will, they moved out of state because she was
Oh,
saying
okay. They moved
that
out of
she
state because they look
missed.
like they were in California,
She
and
said that they like she missed the spring flowers, but now
yeah,
she sees this place is beautiful too.
right. Because Hawkins looked
Or
like it
whatever.
was somewhere in like the Midwest.
Hawkins, Indiana.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There we go.
But 11 and well, I guess her name now is Jane,
Mm-hmm.
and Will and Will's mom
Mm-hmm.
moved out of
Okay.
Hawkins.
And it makes me think, to go even deeper, if what I'm saying is correct, in Squidward, the Mind Flare was able to, control Elle and make her do that to the rest of the kids. Um, why would he do that? He must have been like one of the kids before. He must have some connection to that laboratory, you know.
Everything comes back to that.
Yeah, everything comes back to that. But all right, this is another episode of Art and Our Entertainment. You guys have a good one. Peace.
Bye.